that quite want to. So straight 10 is available, Lewis.
And I sort of had mixed reactions. I was like, I don't know if I really like it just giving it to the top 10. I would have liked if it was the whole grid.
But realistically, I don't think anybody in the bottom 10 would get fastest lap, right?
If they pitted late for fresh tires,
yes, maybe. But I mean, it makes sense. It gives the rest of everybody out of the podium a little more chance to get their points up. And is the points going to affect the points for teams as well? Probably not, eh?
Well, I think it counts for both championships. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it should throw a little wrench in everyone's plans on how they're going to go about it. Sorry, because now you're not just fighting for top 10. You're fighting for fastest lap as well. Or if you could change the game plan the last 10 races. Say if you're in the 10th place, I want to get extra points. Let's go for fastest lap and let's not worry about getting up any higher.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I really didn't think it was going to affect much of the races or the championship. And honestly, I think I was wrong because in the final 10 laps or so, you saw a lot of jostling between Verstappen and Bottas and Hamilton as well going for the final lap. And people were saying, it's not really going to affect the championship. I would disagree. It's 21 points on the table.
Yeah.
And when you look at Valtteri, he scored 26 points. I mean, I think he's already 14 points ahead of Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah.
So it creates a pretty big gap because it will add up eventually.
How many extra points is it again?
21.
21 overall. Wow.
Yeah, because 1 point per race for the 21 races. So when you look at last season, at times the gap between Hamilton and Vettel sometimes was 20 points, sometimes it was 30. So you get a race and the fastest lap, your guy DNFs your championship rival. That's 26 points gained right there. And it could also be another thing where the final race of the season, they could be within a couple points of each other, and that extra bonus point might help either the leader or the championship contenders. So over the long course of this season, it's going to shake things up. It made the last 10 laps of the race really exciting because generally the last 10 laps of a Grand Prix like this would be very boring at the front.
Yes, for sure.
It would just be guys conserving tires, conserving the engine, and just kind of bringing the car home. But now you had Valtteri going for it on used tires. You had Max Verstappen turning up the quali modes to go for fastest lap. The engineers must be pulling the hair out of their head because you don't really want to run the engine like that in the race, but...
Well, think of it this way. Verstappen was 2 points off of Kimi Räikkönen last year.
Top
3.
So there's a good
point,
right?
So if he had three fastest laps, he would have been ahead of Kimi.
Yeah.
So, it could really, really shake things up this year, depending on how well the top 2 drivers are doing, So if they're 1 or 2 points off, go for fastest lap, be in the top 3, get those extra points. So, it could very well... not completely change how the standings are going to be at the end of the season, but it could very much change how some drivers go about their driving style slightly.
Right.
So,
but when you look at it in a whole as 21 extra points, then it definitely does mean something.
Yeah.
So, it looks like it's going to be something exciting. So I don't mind the addition so far.